between us is empty space, empty space. And even when the music is loud, I'd rather be no other place than here with you now, here with you now. Here with you now. Other place, here with you now. Here with you now.
The Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club has seen its closest racing in its past championships, mainly touring car racing. What's so special about modified road cars going triple the local speed limit? I don't know. But what it has produced is something you have to see to believe. The story of Wilson versus Morante will be told for generations to come, along with a new story. Set in the UK, 3 of the most famous racetracks will hold the privilege of hosting sim racing's closest championship ever. The 90s Touring Car Championship in 2022 may have been CMRSC's closest set of races, and we thought nothing could beat it. Until now. Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club presents the BTCC Legends Championship.
Into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 3 and 4 of the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club BTCC Legends Championship. We are live at Silverstone. We use the time machine, and we are back to an era a lot of people enjoy from this track. We are live here at Silverstone 2005. The drivers are getting ready to go racing here. It is 2 races in one day. That's what you guys are going to get. We're going to be taking the international circuit, and then our sprint race will be the national circuit, a shorter layout. Who's going to take this one? Balance applied to everyone after round 1 and round 2. This time around, we have some newcomers joining us here today into this championship, as well as some familiar faces. Who's gonna take it this week out? The drivers are getting ready to go racing. Who will it be? We'll just have to find out in due time. We are 9 minutes away from the start of qualifying. A lot of newcomers into this championship as well that we're going to go over momentarily. But let's check out how these guys are doing on track as we take it to the auto cam to watch what these guys can do. So, ladies and gentlemen, apologies for a little bit of less of the commentary right now. We do have drivers who are joining in with us a little bit late here, even though we've given them a deadline to when they can come and race. But I'm feeling a little bit generous today as we see Daniel Taverner overtaking some of these guys out here. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Let's go out car and let's go watch these guys a little bit up close and personally. Following along with Daniel Taverner here. Oh, it's see Brandon Smith. Tokyo drifting that Nissan. And he takes that thing into the gravel as we follow through with CBR Racing. Daniel Taverner now. Taking these corners very quick. Let's find the sector times. See what these guys are doing. So Taverner already 6/10 down in the first sector, but fastest in the second. Is his teammate on track? I don't see him on track, no. But we do see Luca and Greta on track here. Improving his second sector in that Renault there. 5 minutes left to go here in practice. And just behind him, it's this man, our championship leader, Sean Lee in the Audi. His teammate Danny Nasir currently sitting in a pretty V8. But it's this man who has to fend off of many hungry drivers on the grid who's going to be attacking that P1 spot. He's going to take that car up into P4 right now in practice with a 1:24.6. That car looking very quick out here, but it is the Volvo of Dominic Charles who makes his debut here today in the Volvo. There you see him. The man from Trinidad, Dominic Charles. It's a long-awaited debut for him. We thought we would have seen him a lot more times previous events before, but of course, we did not. So we are happy to see him as joining us here today. I'm gonna turn down the audio just a moment there. Here we see Marlon Young going on board with him now. Let's see how he does. He's currently sitting P3 right now. Oh, and I say that, and he's going to go for a bit of a spin in that car. He's going to take it to the grass. Sean Lee hunting down Luca and Greta. It's like flashbacks of the previous round. Luca and Sean continuing their bit of a rivalry out here in the UK. Watching Daniel Taverner now once again. Oh, as you see Marlon Young brings up the yellow flags. He's going to take the car back into pit road. Who's on track they haven't looked at yet. Curtis Gregory has signed on with Valhalla and is on the third team on Hemidal, partnering his fellow American Brandon Smith, who currently is in the pits sitting P12. Danny Nasir out on track for RDN Racing teammate of Sean Lee, who's already on track. Cale Van and Roper, this is a man to watch as well in that Volvo. He's very, very quick. Let's see how close he's using these curbs or how aggressive he is. And with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, I think it's time we enter into the Discord. On the top right hand of your screen, you're going to see something that says live radio. What is that? Well, that is where you're going to see each of the drivers communicating with each other. So it's kind of like live radio that you see here in F1. Let's go join him now.
Fast laps, yeah. Okay, that makes sense now, yeah. Yeah, he got the fastest lap over the
good.
loud and clear.
Yeah,
We're
but how many
confusing
points?
ourselves.
He's got 28 ballast. He must have
How many points?
right? But half 14 is 7. So he does 7 on half.
Well, that's what, if he got more points this week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, he must have been in the
I'm
top
sure
10.
Rahul knows what he's doing.
Ooh, what's up?
We're confused about Dominic's like ballast and restriction.
None of us know math.
Okay, so it's basically the average of everyone's weights from the last round that would determine, you know, okay, for example, his ballast. That would be, I take everyone's ballast who got weight from the last 2 rounds, and I get the average of that. That's gonna be the
just get the mean. So you just get the mean of that, and then
Yeah.
just go from there. Then
same, and then same exact thing for the restrictor. And that's so, you know, we don't have a guy who's coming in here who he's very quick, he has no weight, and against everyone else, I mean, that's a bit unfair who raced in the first 2 rounds.
I'm pointing at Dominic already. He's already got a good amount of weight. He's quick.
Well, if he gets pulled, it's going to be a little bit more weight for him.
But have you seen how close it is?
It sounds too confusing for me.
Have you seen how close it is though in terms of the time?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys are, what, a 10th? Just about, yeah.
Just give me like 2 days of practice and I'll be able to run that time.
Yeah. Yeah, do that for Oulton, mate.
I have permission to run my DPI car.
I'll think about it this
Brandon.
time. If you're a good boy this time.
He gets his DPI for Oulton.
If you don't run into Lance. Yeah,
Lance
Lance.
made it here, so I win.
Where is Lance?
He'll join, nothing like he'll turn up.
Oh, he has 2
Here, all
seconds
the
of
drivers. This is practice.
Yeah, and then there's the server
saying.
waiting for the server to load up. So
Yeah,
I know it's practice. I'm not that stupid.
Well, once you guys finish your laps, or if you are sitting in the pits, you are free to leave the server, and I'll let you guys know when the qualifying server has come up.
Oh, that's right.
So if you are still on track, you guys are free to finish your laps now. But
Question.
Yep.
Do we have to leave in between races?
Only for race 1. You're gonna have to leave again.
Oh, in between races. Got
Yeah.
it.
So,
Can anybody hear me?
with
I can
practice
hear you.
complete,
All right, cool.
Got you, Curtis. Guess what? I'm going to sit in the back again.
Curtis.
Awesome.
Curtis, we have a very important question for you. Did you race last week?
Yes. Why is
There you
everybody
go, there you go,
gaslighting me into thinking
Yeah,
I did?
because we were wondering why you didn't have any balance or restrictor.
Well, that's
And
also because
we
you didn't
all
score
said,
points.
Yeah,
I just sucked.
yeah, we were sitting there with the
Here
Mandela
comes Sean
effect
Lee
for
across
about
the line,
20
2 tenths
minutes.
faster in the second
Yeah,
sector.
actually, I mean, race
Comes
2, I
across
was
the
actually doing
line,
pretty good
and
until,
he's gonna
you know,
improve. Look
Can
at
we
that,
rejoin?
24-4.
Yeah,
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Oh my god, Matt Gallagher's impressed. I will change my profile.
And
picture
here
and
we
put
see
the
Caleb
filter
Roper on track.
Oh my god.
Last driver to come across the line. Oh, bit of a lockup.
Johnny's about to put a fast one
Gets
in
back on
you
the
guys.
accelerator now.
Danny?
Sean.
Oh.
Martin, don't worry about that, bro. You're making too much out to nothing.
Here he comes through the fast final sector here.
No, that's Seth.
Trying to put this car together. He misses the apex just a bit.
Yeah, I'm using that.
A lot of overcorrection in the steering.
If Max didn't cut the track on his first run,
Okay, with a couple more corners to go. He has the final corner coming up now. Caleb Roper around the final corner, uses a lot of curb.
Marlon Jinx, Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to take that car into the
Oscar
pits.
qualify full.
P19.
Oh my, I'm not gonna watch.
It's the top from last to first. It's Sergeant Piastri.
And that is going to be
Stroll,
practice
Tsunoda,
complete.
Norris, De Vries,
So, Dominic Charles topping the boards, followed by Cole Bradbury and Marlon Young. And check out how close the top 3 is. 7/10, but P1 and P2, 6,600.
Say Logan's 20th.
Yeah.
That sucks for his home Grand Prix.
What on earth is a kilometer?
So what we need is
So,
first
with practice
to 16th
complete,
to wreck.
Yeah.
they're a minute away
we'll have
from
a good race.
qualifying.
And then fortunate son to start playing.
I just want PRS to win. I don't care. I just want PRS to win. I just want to see what Max is going to do.
I think he will
Yeah.
because Sergio Perez is very
I was
talented.
just
at
talking about
courses.
F1 there. Of course, with Miami's qualifying just coming to a
Keep it
complete.
together.
It's not full.
But yeah, but Max had about a half a second on him.
What's had half a second on me?
Well, now he has 8 cars to go through.
You need that crash to make it interesting. That would have been boring tomorrow.
It definitely shook up the field with no Mercedes in the top 10 and Max being 9th.
As I was speaking my channel on track, I said, come on, somebody just crash and let Max be in 10th or 9th or whatever it is. And next thing you know, track stars is out of the track and I was like, hit the one, hit the one, hit the one, hit the one. Every time I said, okay.
I know, the NASCAR race tomorrow is going to be good around Kansas. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Kansas I'm actually going to watch tomorrow after F1.
What time is it?
And with that complete, that is our first one done.
What time is NASCAR race?
3? That collides with F1 then.
Is it going to night cables? Hold on. I don't know.
Now we head into qualifying just shortly now.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Then it collides with Formula 1. Oh, I've got to watch Miami on one.
I'll just record the NASCAR race and watch it after because the Formula 1 race will be short.
I'm British. I
Tomorrow
can't
is at
do
3
that.
and Truck Series tonight 8. Cup tomorrow at 3.
Okay.
I can't record the NASCAR because I'm British.
All right, guys. Servers up. Servers up. Once again, qualifying has started, but I'm going to restart it once we get everyone in, so don't worry about coming out now.
I'm assuming you watch on Sky Sports, the F1 race, Cole?
No.
And Steven, you should be good to go now into the server.
Yeah, it's on Sky Sports F1, but not exactly Sky Sports F1, if that makes any sense.
I see.
Yeah.
There's Lance. Hey, Lance. Wow.
Hey, Lance.
You need to say hi back.
Lance! Well, what are you doing?
Focusing, it's qualifying time.
Yeah, I'm a toggle me.
Wait, are you restarted?
Yeah, I will restart it.
Okay, alright.
Baby on baby.
I've got to download it.
Do we have to leave and rejoin?
No,
if you haven't left already, if you're not in the qualifying session.
Yeah, I left it.
Give me the mic, I'm back, bitch.
Baby, I'm balling.
So, qualifying about to get underway. We're waiting for the green light to come out. Yes, his first 2 was in Jeddah.
So he has more wins than he has poles.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Max was like that was once.
Baby, I'm balling.
That's actually talent right there. That is more wins than poles.
So you're saying I'm talented? I have more wins than poles.
Of course, Martin.
Did we get everyone in?
Why, thank you.
Shut up, Martin.
Anyone still yet to join in before we restart?
I think we're good.
I have a black.
Oh, here's Lance.
Sorry, what was that?
KL, I didn't see KL Vader up.
It's loading.
It's loading? Okay, alright, cool. I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait until I see your name, then I'll restart.
KL, where's the bar?
I have a black screen, so I'm not even sure what's happening.
Yeah, that should mean you're loading it.
Oh my god.
Where's the bar?
Anybody else has that?
Klaus, it's his daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday.
I don't know about the bar.
Alright, qualifying has begun. Good luck. And with that, here we go. The driver is getting all onto the track now. To begin this qualifying session. Who is our first man on track? Looks like it is Cole. So we get to follow him around, providing he doesn't make any mistakes. And we see already Luca already hopping into the pits. The show's going on with It's very hard to understand your mic, Stephen.
What, is it breaking off or?
It sounds like you're talking through a pillowcase.
Oh.
Might be the best way to describe it. I think it should be good now. I just turned you up on my side so I can hear you better.
Cortez, give yourself some room. Cortez, give yourself some room.
All
Is that you
right.
in front of me, I don't have name tags on. Is that you, Danny? White, red car.
Here we go, qualifying underway, and now we get to watch Cole on his first flyer as he's the first man to put the time across the board. Coming into turn 1 here, there you see him taking a lot of curb down into 4th gear. That you can see on his dash up there, back up into 5th. Not using 6th gear for this section, I don't believe. It's going to be, oh, he does use 6th gear. And then slowly getting down the brakes. It's all about trail braking as he gets down into 2nd gear. Good apex from him. We won't see sector times just yet. And now hard on the brakes. This can catch a lot of drivers out locking up into here if you take way too much speed into it. Remember, these cars are all-wheel and front-wheel drive. Well, the Audi's the only all-wheel drive car, but still just as easy to lock up. And the front-wheel drive cars of basically everyone else, that's going to be a lot of trouble for them. Cole looking very good, however. He didn't have the best of first rounds at Brands Hatch, and he's looking to make it up big time here at Silverstone. He's got 1 corner to go. Let's see how close he can get to that blue and white curb, as you want to get the power down as soon as possible. Now here comes Cole. Cole now ready to cross the line. What is that time going to be? It's a 1:24.5. That's the first time on the board. Where is Dominic Charles? This is going to be our second man as Martin Webster goes around with a 25.3, beaten by Danny Nasir with a 25.1, 24.7 for Andretta. Marlon Young, 24.8. Curtis, 28.9. Looking for Dominic as it comes around the final corner here. He's going to be the big threat to Cole in this qualifying session so far. He's going to come across the line. Is there going to be anything to write home about? Not as yet, but actually he's going to start a flyer here. He might have made a mistake earlier. So now we can see what he does on track. Just exits the curb there. I see Curtis bringing out yellow flags. Is he in the gravel at the hairpin? Luca Andretta, fastest, 1/10 up, purple in the first sector. And with that, we can use Battle Cam. Let's turn it up right now. Battle Cam allowing us to see 2 drivers at once. So there we see Dominic Charles at the top, and we're looking now at Luca Andretta at the bottom. Steven, I'm hearing a little bit of echoes coming from your mic. If you could just mute that, thanks. No problem, no problem. Luca Andretta, fastest in the second sector, comes across the line, and he loses out 7/10 in the third sector. Insane. And looking at Dominic as well, he's going to have to back out. He messes up in the third sector. So far, Cole is home free with 5 minutes already to go. Do we see anyone improving on their times just yet? Luca, no. Danny, Martin. Martin actually looks pretty quick. He's matched up with his personal best in Sector 1. And he's got a lovely slipstream behind the Barbadian of Chris Brathwaite. And look how much lockup he's going to take in that Alfa Romeo. Goes through the hairpin, and he's going to take a lot of exit curb. That's definitely going to stop his momentum just about. Marlon Young taking that car into the pits there, as he follows closely to Chris Brathwaite. And it looks like that second sector is not going to be anything to write home about. Let's switch gears now back to Dominic Charles as he finds himself a 10th in the first sector. But Seth Lee ahead of him is going to stop his tracks as both of these drivers on their fast lap. And Dominic realizing that this is not the right area to be on a faster lap when you got traffic all around you. Cole Bradbury, faster once again at the 24.1. Can we see him in the 23s? Cole looking very quick out here, looking to right the wrongs of last weekend. And so far, he's on provisional. Checking out where Marlon Young is, going through the hairpin now. Good exit on him there. Switching gears to Sean Lee now as he comes across the line. I think this is now going to begin a flying lap. looking for Dominic Charles once again. Looking like he's on his outlap. Martin Webster in the gravel there. He's not going to find any improvements on this current lap. He's going to take that car into the pits. Check this out, though. Luca Andretti has found himself going quicker. Let's go out of car and let's watch him for this lap. Andretti now looking very neat and tidy through the hairpin there. No use of the exit curb. Smart. It does really bog the car down. So far, it's Audi, Alfa, Audi, Renault, Audi as your top 5. So the Audi's really dominating that. And Luca Andretti still having a lot of work to do as he's finding himself losing some time in that second sector. Not something that he needs. Luca Andretti around the final couple of corners here into the final turn. Gonna find himself on the front straight now. Luca Andretti actually is going to take that car into the pits. He realizes that's not going to be a fast enough time for him to continue that lap. Anyone going quicker at this stage here? Going through the order. Don't see anyone. Danny Nasir finds himself purple in the third sector. Very interesting. He finds himself fastest overall. That might be someone to look at towards the last stages of this qualifying session as we go down the order. Cale Vanderroper, there we go. A 10th faster in the first sector, and he's looking to hustle that Volvo. No, it's 30. The second race is 15. Cale, loses it and goes way too deep into the hairpin there. 18 drivers logged into the server. And and Cale is going to find himself 0.8 off. We go to Luca now as he's going through that same hairpin section. Looks like he is nailing that one a lot better than his other competitors. And Cole now finds himself improving in that first sector, but nothing in the second. Can he find himself across the line now? Anything in the third? No. Dominic finds himself on pole. Provisional pole at 23.4. And Cole is going to have to step that up now. With 1:18 left, Dominic has finally put the pieces together and puts himself on provisional. Marlon Young off the track there. 1 minute left to go. These guys are going to have one final chance here at pole. Dominic is going to take that car into the pits. He believes he's happy with that time. Will it stick? Will he get pole position? That's the real question now. 52 seconds left to go. Sean Lee coming across the line to begin his final flyer. Luca Andretti, who's currently on his lap, we're going to catch back up to him very soon. We watch on Battle Cam as there we see third place man Marlon Young up in the top of your screens and Cole Bradbury faster in the second sector. This might be very close. He needs to tidy up in this last corner here. This is where it all comes down to. As he comes around the final turn, Cole Bradbury, the whole world is watching him right now. 10 seconds to go, he's gonna have one more lap. Well, let's see what this one is across the line. And he's gonna get in the 23s. It's a 23.6. Marlon Young off the track in the wall. And that's gonna bring out the checkered flag as well. Cole does not have enough fuel for another run. He's gonna take it into the pits. Sean Lee, don't see anything from him yet. Luca Andretti still ready to come across the line. It doesn't look like any improvement from him. Can he at least beat out Sean to get on that second row? No, he can't. Danny Nasir pulling over. Daniel Tabiter doesn't look like he's going to get any improvements from there. Cale now still on a fast time, actually. He did cross the line just in time, as well as Dylan Moranti, but 0.7 off in that first sector. Tabiter across the line, and it's not going to be an improvement from him. And I don't see anything from Cale. I think he might have gotten himself an invalid lap. We look down the order. Stephen Pommels, who is struggling with that car, is going to come across the line. I don't think it'll be an improvement. Maybe. Can he? Yes, he can. He takes down Lance Nasir, and he's going to start P15 for that one. But two drivers yet to come across the line. Moranti now comes across. P10, stays P10 for him. Kale now got one more corner to come around. And Kale across the line. That's going to be a time that's not going to improve his 1:25.3. All right, nice qualifying, guys. Congratulations to your top 3. Dominic Charles, Cole Bradbury, and Marlon Young. You guys are free to leave the server now, and I'll let you guys know when the race server begins.
Dominic, you have some sort of nitrous in that thing. Jesus.
Hey, good job, Dominic.
And Dominic,
you wouldn't believe I was on for 22, but I met some traffic.
You're joking. I was full on pushing that final lap, like pushing to hell and back. And even then I'm still 2 tenths behind you. Now you can do a 22.
And that's gonna be qualifying complete.
What?
Yeah, I really missed out on the first couple laps.
In his debut there, Dominic
All
Charles.
I gotta say is chicken curry or curry chicken. I hate you.
The guy needs Marlon Young follows up behind.
Yeah, first race here.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we have a new person to go into the top, Luca, me pile then. That's great.
I got a new
Dominic has
victim.
been around a while. He just hasn't raced, but he's been in the server for a while. He's been practicing running, just probably never finding the time to race.
Yep, basically, that's it.
So now you come for shame all the way.
Yeah, you now pull up to shame us for being slower than you. That sounds about right.
No, I mean, my car has less ballast than yours and all that. So
I got a new victim, guys.
Dominic, I have less ballast and stuff than you do.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
He's going to get some more weight.
You cleaned me up while I have
That's all right.
half of the
Dominic's
stuff.
going to get his weights after this race. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, he's gonna probably have the heaviest of all of us, depending on how he does.
That's when the fun is going to start, when everybody starts to get loaded up.
Oh yeah. Some of them are already struggling.
So wait, Sean, you and I
Server
are one
back up,
with the
server
heaviest
back up.
ballast.
Yes, we got the heaviest.
It's a good thing I lift weights for a living.
Cool. I think you'll get me in the race.
How is the
because
volume on the
terrible on this
stream?
Add on the Audi as well, so.
Your stream or the live streams?
No, I thought I was talking to my wife there.
I got a new victim.
So yeah, make sure you guys are joining into the server now. We got 2 minutes.
I'll tell you what though, the UK's cold today.
This is a warm-up session. If you want to come out and practice your starts, you're free to do so. Luckily, we're on time. As long as you're, if you didn't leave just now, then you have to. But if you just joined into the server, then you're fine.
I have no idea how much fuel I should have. It doesn't tell me the average.
Danny, you running soft or mediums?
Soft.
Soft?
Yeah, might not that quick, so yeah,
I'm concerned if the soft is going to last.
That's what I
So, with the drivers on track now.
But what else? What the hell? I'll go with it anyways.
Oh, now it does. Okay. That was odd. It just wasn't letting me leave like my pit stall for a bit.
Yeah, make sure you guys are joining into the server now. And someone said in chat, curry chicken. To answer your question, Martin.
Depends if he's a Trini or a Guyanese.
I see
one is
TT in his
curry chicken
username, so I think that's a hint.
Chicken curry.
Is that a chicken curry or curry chicken, depending on which side you're from?
8 seconds left to go here in this little session.
No, West Indies is chicken curry.
Oh boy.
It's chicken curry.
Chicken curry is Guyanese, curry chicken is Trinidad.
No, curry chicken is.
Don't worry, it's all tastes good when it's all said and done. I eat them all too.
That argument will never finish.
All right, with that complete.
That Trinidadians became Americans back in the 80s.
Listen, let's not start no Trini and GT war and this nice peaceful thing that we have here. Because this chicken curry chicken thing is never gonna die.
How much fuel you guys putting in? Because I have no idea. Doesn't tell me my numbers.
When in doubt, use full fuel.
I'm on
Fair
33. 30s.
I have one more question. What about goats? Curry goat or goat curry?
Oh boy.
Curry goat.
He just wants to study pot.
There you see the guys on the grid ready to go racing now.
That's one thing I can't.
Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Everyone in the chat already giving their own opinions as well. As Sean said, let's not ruin this already. But you see the drivers on grid. It's kind of an awkward start. There you see the first 3 rows got a straight line, but everyone else kind of curved up. Don't worry, you're going to see nobody once reverse grid starts.
It's okay. There's no big deal, man. I'm up here for fun. I'm not really with championship.
So hey, Lance, please be gentle.
Gentle? Brennan, come on.
You're right. I forgot who I was talking to. Sorry.
Head down now.
No, you know you're talking. Come on.
This is all for the marbles here. 45
seconds
to go.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I love Silverstone.
Oh, that was some quick math. I figured it out.
30 seconds, guys.
Yep. Good luck, everyone. Remember, there's no safety cars in like that, so don't crash.
Good luck.
There's a car behind me. It's called Raul.
Almost didn't make it.
He didn't make it. I'm starting again.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Try not to kill anybody.
With 12 seconds on the clock, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's round 3, live at Silverstone. The lights are on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing! Here we go. Drivers look very clean on the start here. It's the Volvo and the Audi going into turn 1 now. It's Cole taking the lead from them. And look at the gap they've already made. Sean Lee, Marlon Young following up behind. Let's switch over now. Lance Nasirwi here gets a drive-through for jumping the start. Here they go through contact in the background. There we see it's Seth Lee Curtis and Pummels already off the track. But we follow through here. The leader, Cole, off the track, and he's going to lose 2 positions. Sean Lee and Dominic Charles are going to take positions off of him. I don't think he was paying attention to the cars ahead. Maybe the cars behind. And Sean Lee is going to pass Dominic Charles and take the lead. Who's falling through there? I think it's Marlon Young back there, who's kind of losing out some positions. But it's Sean Lee who leads us off. What a start, a dream start he needs for this championship. There you see in the background, look like in the grass, it's Danny Nasir. And looking very clean now. Bit of a lockup for Dominic Charles. Gonna slide that car just a little bit on corner exit. And what a lap 1 to start us off here. 30 minutes on the clock, and the leaders are going side by side. Here comes Charles. Dominic Charles, fastest lap as well. Is he gonna clear it? It's flashbacks of Hamilton and Max. And looks like they get through just a little bit cleaner than those 2 drivers. And Dominic Charles is gonna take the lead out of this one. Looking back, there you see Cole now hunting down. He lost the lead just like that. And he's gonna really want to come back into this one. Sean Lee coming through the field now as he's trying to get past Dominic Charles. We go on board with him. Actually, hold on a second. We might have to go on board and look up top of these guys here. Sean puts a move on the outside, a lot of lockup, and here comes Bradbury now on the inside. Sean Lee's gonna have just that much more momentum on corner exit, and I think Sean might have a little bit of a move here that could scare Dominic Charles. Oh, but there we see in the background as Cole loses out, as well as I think it was Martin and Moranti. But this is your battle for the lead, your most important battle to watch on track. Cole's gonna have to watch out though. Marlon Young is putting the pressure on, as well as Danny Nasir, who's just behind them. Does Sean Lee decide to take another chance? I think he might. He's slipstreaming. He's getting real close. Really, really close, but I don't think he can make it this time around. He's gonna have to back out. Charles now fastest lap of a 1:25.3. That pole position and that fastest lap is really going to weigh him down coming into the sprint race. That's where the weight is going to be most effective. And Sean Lee is really close now to Dominic. As we look in the background here, looks like Daniel Taberner putting some pressure on Marlon Young as we head them back here. Let's see how close he could get up here, though. We look at Taberner. Looks like a bit of a far gap to say right now for a move. And we go back up the order here. It's Dominic Charles still leading us off, but Sean Lee is not giving him any fresh air to breathe through as he's staying in that 510 window. Very good, because the slipstream on the front straight is going to help that Audi a lot. Oh, actually, I say that. He goes a little bit deep. Luckily not off the track, but he's going to lose a handful of time. 4/10 now off, and that's going to allow Bradbury now to catch up. And hopefully get into this battle here. Dominic Charles once again, fastest lap of the race. And now we can go check out some moves in the background. Seth Lee, oh, contact looks like maybe. Not too sure, but maybe Seth might have driven it a little bit too deep while trying to overtake Lentz this year. We also noticed that Moranti and I think Webster might have made contact with each other a little bit earlier in this race. But Dominic Charles looks like he's building that gap now, 1 second the difference. But there you see it slowly ticking down as that Audi has the straight line advantage.
What?
And Lentz this here, he had a jump start. You need to take a drive through, and I think the game just put you in the pits because he didn't.
So what, I gotta exit and come back in?
Yeah, try that. And Lentz is here not taking his drive-through penalty. It's giving him a nightmare, especially with the fact that he could be starting this race on reverse grid pole, and that's not something he needs. But right now, this is the main three that we're looking at. So far, though, this is Sean Lee's game right now. The position he's in is perfect for this championship, as the man in second in this championship, Martin Webster, is way far down the order, down in 10th. He's really going to need this reverse grid to help him out. Sean Lee now is going to reply back to Dominic Charles. Fastest lap. It's really going to be a race to watch here. We go back and we look at Curtis Gregory as he's slowly trying to put the pressure on Seth Lee as he's actually on the outside of him. We go into driver's eye now. Stephen Pauls is not too far ahead up the road. And looks like Curtis is a way better exit than Seth. Both of the Americans going side by side across the start-finish line. And he's also going to get a bit of help of that slipstream from Stephen Pommels. And Curtis Gregory, applaud for him. Great move. Back up the order now. The battle that we are all watching. But before we get into that, we take a look at Luca Andretti from the sky. Because take a look at this. Daniel Taberner has fallen victim to Danny Nasir. Now as Danny is now putting the pressure on. And Luca Andretti trying to move in some spots. Remember, he is also very much into this championship picture here. 3/10 of difference up above. I think it might be time to get to the battle cam. Now the battle cam is all set and ready to go. Let's go live on the scene and watch these guys now. There we see Danny Nasir fighting Daniel Taberner, trying to get that position. He's only 6/10 the difference. But our main battle, our battle for the lead on the bottom of your screen. Sean Lee's going to take it very deep, just about slowing that car down. We go on board with Cole Bradbury now, who's really trying to close up the top three, not giving anyone a bit of a bit of space here. 21 minutes to go now. Lots of time. And Lance this year disqualified for not taking the drive-through. I know he rejoined, but I don't think that was enough of a penalty. It has disqualified him. Not too sure why is that. And the stewards may have made their final answer on that, of course. But it's Sean Lee now. Still trying to close the gap. Moranti off the track. Might have slid that car, and he's now down into P10. And not good for his. Battle up there, trying to get more points, as he is running low with them in this championship here. Oh, Dominic makes a crucial mistake, and he's off the track. Saves it just about. Where is Cole? They're now side by side. Into the lefts and rights. Dominic Charles making a crucial mistake, and Sean Lee is going to say thank you very much. I will take the lead. It's now time to build up that gap, but Sean Lee going a little bit too deep into that corner there. Drama. We look behind him now. There you see Dominic Charles. I think his Cole made a mistake. Where's Cole? No, he's still behind them there. Dominic Charles. Oh no, he's on the medium tire. So that must have been just a mistake on him, dipping a tire into the grass there. And Dominic's gonna have to close up that gap. Both Sean and Dominic are basically running identical pace all race out. Let's check out Cole now. He's just sticking behind them, hoping for something to go wrong with the top two guys ahead. As Cole is closing up on the front straight. There you see him. He doesn't have any weight onto his car, but you see the difference in just drivers here. As you see Dominic Charles still keeping it ahead. Lance this year gets his drive-through taken, so it looks like maybe the stewards took back their disqualification on Lance this year, and they've allowed them to race. And there you see how much Dominic is pushing up ahead. He's actually building a gap to Cole, and we head up here now. Sean Lee does have the straight line advantage, but it's these corners here that's going to give him a lot of trouble. Dominic now going through the last couple of corners here, as we have 20 minutes to go. And how close has this race been? We are only 10 minutes into it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that round 4, the race directly after this, is going to be the sprint race, and it's going to be 15 minutes long. Reverse grid included. It's really going to be a true battle of aggression, and who could stick it on top to get some cheap points out the way with all the front pack runners from this race starting at the back. Dominic Charles now struggling a lot to get ahead of Sean Lee. But looks like he might have got a way better exit there. We go in car with him now. Sean Lee taking a lot of curb there, bogging down his car, but he's still looking confident. I know Sean Lee is streaming right now, so he has to look confident. Not too sure what's going on with our live radio here. I don't hear Mr. Dominic Charles talking.
What?
I think I'm just gonna double check that on our side here. Just gonna make sure everything's good. And no, not too sure why that's going on. So apologies for that now. And as we look at this, looks like Cole Bradbury has found himself making a move on Dominic Charles here. Found himself sneaking up. And Dominic is going to lose another position. I think we just about fixed our live radio here. Dominic Charles, I think those tires are letting go now. And Cole is being set free. Able to battle Sean Lee up ahead. Marlon Young, where is he? He is 7 seconds down the road. And here comes Tavener. Both Marlon and Tavener, well, Marlon especially, did not race last week out, so he is down on points, and currently that P4 spot is looking very well for him. If he can hold off Daniel Taverner, that'll be great for the points. And Luca Andretti sitting P6. He really needs to get the move on. 15, 16 minutes left to go. A lot of time to make up here. Dominic Charles now back on board with him. And, ooh, we have to go back now as we see Danny Nasir. Oh, don't tell me it's happened again. He's cutting through the grass, and I'm not too sure if his pedals have given him trouble once again. Oh, no. Danny Nasir, more pedal issues for him. He rolls back. No. Has he got it working now? Just about, yes, he does. That's a huge shame for him. Danny Nasir having more pedal issues on his rig, and he's going to go down into P10. What a shame for him. I know he's not happy about that one, especially. Back up this order here and check this out. Cole Bradbury has closed up the gap to Sean Lee. Possibly made a mistake, but now we can see Bradbury. Last time out, he tried going for a move to the lead. He made contact with the leaders. Hopefully this time out, he can keep it clean. It's Dominic Charles now. Just behind these two guys, hoping that both of them can take each other out and he can swim right through into the lead. Sean now is really going to have to think about defense. He's going a little bit deep. Dominic has a better run than Cole, but he's going to have to back out. Look how aggressive Cole is. Looking left and right, cannot find the space. Up to the sky here now. Can he put a move into the hairpin? No, he's going to have to back out. Dominic is going to close right up, and look how close the gap is. The top three all fighting for this race win. Who's going to take this one? I see you in the chat, Tavar. Welcome. You're missing a hell of a race right now if you were in it. Because the top three guys, Sean, Cole, Dominic, Trinidad, UK, US. I stuttered myself for a moment there. Cole making a slight error there. I do see Luca in the background making a move. There you see that other battle. Luca Andretti getting past both Taberner and Marlon Young. Should go down to that battle here.
Nice move, Luca.
Marlon Young saying something to Luca. I can't tell what he's trying to say. Looks like Marlon Young might be lagging a little bit. We head back up the order now because I do see that Dominic Charles has made a move everywhere you look.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, man. Late reply.
Man! Action every quarter of the way. We gotta go to battle cam back again. There you see Taverner at the top of your screen and Cole at the bottom of your screen. Cole now on the brakes, taking a very wide apex. Actually, he's going to miss that one completely. He's going to lose a bit of time on corner exit to Dominic. It looks like Taverner and Marlon trading positions now. Oh, there's contact! Both of them go for a spin! Both of them off the track here! Taverner's going to lose out. Marlon ahead is going to win out there, but they're going to lose time to Andretti, who's now found himself home free and 10 seconds away from the leaders ahead. So now it's up to Andretti. 10 seconds, 12 minutes, just 13 minutes. Can Luca Andretti find the pace and get up to these leaders, giving ourselves a 4-car battle for the win at the end of this one? Well, fingers crossed that he does, and we can have a very great finish to the end. Curtis Gregory, DNF, we're now finding that out. Not too sure why, it's a shame. Because Curtis needs to continue racing in order to get that reverse grid pole. Lance Nasir is still in the pits, yeah. I don't see him moving out anytime soon. And oh, Brandon Smith off the track. That's his teammate, and he's going to take it into the pits as well. Unfortunate for Brandon Smith. He's not a fan of these front-wheel drive cars. He's more of an oval guy himself. And you should have seen him in that NASCAR Cup Series championship. He was a flyer out there, but a shame that he couldn't get this one going. Dominic drifting that Volvo. Very easy to get loose in that Volvo there. And Bradbury now way closer to Dominic. He's going to want to put a move on him now. Short shifting up a gear. Cole now trying to get the run now. There you see the slipstream. It's working. Gaining to the inside. Can he get the move done in time? They're side by side. And Cole's going to back out of it. There you see Brandon Smith just exiting out of pits. And Cole's going to have to fight this one another time.
I got a black flag.
Did you already rejoin?
I did that already.
Okay, just stay put in the server. It's already locked you into the pit, so just stay in the server for race 2. Dominic, a little bit of lockup for him, but he has built up that gap, and there you see how big the difference is now. Sean Lee has built up 2 seconds, and he's catching up to his first lap car. Is that Seth Lee? Yes, it is, his fellow American. Sean Lee's going to be calling blue flags real soon. He needs to call that one ASAP, as the Volvo is slowly gaining up as well as Cole. And Seth Lee is actually going to allow them to go past Moranti off the track. Where is he? There he is. On the straight here. Off the track, and here comes Nasir now. Danny is going to go side by side with him. Oh, too deep. Danny Nasir off the track now. Way too much speed, probably watching.
Thanks, Brandon.
Moranti ahead. Back now up to the battle here. Bradbury now losing a bit of time.
Out of the way at this point.
And Sean Lee has sailed through. Luca Andretta, unfortunately, not able to increase or decrease that time, I should say, as Luca is still 11 seconds behind. And is that Marlon Young in the background? Is that the lap car? That is the lap car of Brandon Smith. So Luca Andretta sitting in P4. Good for his championship right now. But it is this man, Sean Lee, who really is going to get the most out of this championship race here, providing that he can finish on the top step, getting that race win. He finished second in the last 2 races, and finishing first here is really going to be a step up. It's going to give him a lot of weight going into the last 3 rounds of this championship, but as we are at the halfway point, he's positioned himself very well to defend off of the drivers coming up in the championship standings. Sean Lee, of course, leading that one. Martin Webster, the man in P2 in that championship, is P8 in this race here, and the man who's P3, Luca Andretta, is P4 in this race. So Sean Lee, really the man to beat out here.
Pass left, guys.
Brandon Smith allowing blue flags, and actually a good time to look at this battle up here, as Tavener was not able to put a move on the inside. But I don't think that will matter, because Marlon Young goes a little bit wide on the AstroTurf. He can't put that power down a little bit too soon. We're also going to lose that car. Luckily, he stays alive there. Tavener now trying to go side by side. He's going to back out into Maggots. Oh, whoa! Seth Lee didn't notice where he was. That's a very awkward place to let go. And Daniel Tavener is just going to get enough speed to try to follow into this. Maybe get a move up here. No, he's going to back out into the hairpin. And oh, very deep Marlon Young goes. Tavener side by side now with Marlon Young. And Young now is just going to pull ahead. But they're still staying side by side. I think Tavener's going to try to battle into this corner here. Check this racing out. Battle for P5. And Tavener to switch to the inside now. Can Marlon hold on for dear life on the outside? We know the Alpha has grip, and he stays side by side. Now the corner goes to Marlon. Door to door. Both of them go. Who's going to put the power down first? It might be Taberner. Marlon should have to slot in now. Can he get the slipstream? It looks like Taberner. It's just going to inch ahead.
Pass left on the straight.
Oh, a little bit wide. Marlon's going to have to back out of that. What a battle from these two drivers up here. Marlon Young is now going to start losing some pace here as the Audi's really fast in this section. Looking around there, who is behind us there? It's Kale. Check that out, Kale Vanderroper trying to get up on this battle up here for P5. Remember, the whole grid is going to be flipped on its head in about 6 minutes' time. So still a lot to play for. Marlon Young locking up a lot, really trying to put the pressure down on Taberner, which luckily for him, he's not losing any time. And we go down to Kale. There you see him, and the 2 cars ahead. He's about 2 seconds behind. Still, anything can happen here. Takes a wide line. He's going to drift that. Keeping it alive. Bradbury now 7/10 behind Dominic. Trying to keep this dream alive of that P2, but Sean Lee is the main man who checked out, now 2 seconds ahead. Vanderroper 1.9. And back up this battle here. 6/10, 7/10, just juggling. And then you see a 26-0 from Kale and a 26-7 from Marlon. So definitely he's slowly closing in with 5 minutes to go. We're see through this tight section here. Young now really trying to get close. But just can't get the power down in time. We switch back up to this battle here. As now Cole Bradbury has closed the gap up. Back down to Dominic Charles. Dominic's going to go a little bit wide there in corner exit. Do we see the slipstream in effect? Because Cole is running out of time. He needs to make this move. And he might make this move this time around. Dominic hugs the inside. Cole on the outside, side by side. Going into one. Still side by side. This is your battle for P2. Dominic is just going to hold on. But can Cole survive this next set of corners on the outside? No, he's going to have to back out. Dominic doesn't close the door. He still hugged the inside. And Cole can't get the move done there. What can he do on this straight here? Bradbury now, excellent exit from him. Looks right, now left, playing the dummy. Amazing racing from these two. And he's gonna have to back out just about, both of them going into the hairpin here. Amazing stuff. And Pommel's now bringing up the yellow flags. They might have spun it somewhere on track. Bradbury now looking to the inside. He's got the run. Still got it. Has the space. Takes to the grass, in fact. Nothing can be done. They know that Sean Lee's out of contention, so this race win for these two drivers is not possible. But P2, now that's the one to fight about. Dominic Charles is gonna have to defend once again, because here comes Bradbury. This time around, side by side, has Bradbury done it? He has the slipstream, he's got the move done. Bradbury goes up into P2. But for how long can he hold it up? Dominic still has just a little bit of hope in him in this next set of corners, as that's where the Volvo was dominant. In the tight, twisty sections here. And there you see how much he goes in before he brakes. Dominic is really gonna have to lunge it in. 2 minutes and 30 left to go. It's really coming down to this. Charles running out of time, takes it to the inside, licks the stamp. Has he sent it? Has he sent it? Almost just about slots in. Amazing! Dominic Charles back into second position. What does Cole do about it? They're side by side. Cole's gonna have to back out as this is just the part of the track where the Audi is not as strong as the Volvo. He needs to line it up for the front straight. You gotta be thinking ahead. Minute 52 left. Amazing racing from these guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. This is what CMRSC is all about. Close action-packed racing to the very end. Here comes Cole this time around. Can he get the slipstream up once again? Dominic Charles decides to defend the outside. And Cole really confused now. Thought he was going to go to the inside. And they're kind of shaking him up just a bit. Bradbury now closing up there. You see how close he gets, but you need to start braking way earlier than the Volvo. A lot of lockup for Dominic. Remember, Dominic at one point in this race was leading, but after a crucial mistake from him, he lost out. And now he might lose out to P2, as here comes Bradbury, using the slipstream on the outside. Hairpin time. And Cole's gonna have to back out of it. These drivers are going to have one more lap after this one. They got the 2 to go sign, I believe, now. Here comes Cole. He has a way better exit than Dominic Charles. Cole now onto the inside. Has he got the move done? Can Dominic hold on? No, he can't. He's gonna have to switch to the outside now. Can he get a way better run? The back end just fishtailing, essentially. And they're coming down to the white flag. Dominic Charles losing that position. Can he get back in it? Stephen Pommel's just ahead of them. But of course, he's a lap down. He's gonna have to give up that position. Oh, but Dominic Charles losing at a big gap now after going into the grass. But the drivers are on the final lap. Seth Librino yellows just temporary. He's back on track now. Can Cole seal the deal in P2, or can Dominic Charles put it back up? This is a hard fight to the very end. Sean Lee 6 seconds ahead. If he keeps it clean, he's going to take this race win, and round 4 will go to him. Dominic Charles now in his debut race, losing out with 2 to go. He's 1.3 behind. He needs to pray that Bradbury makes a mistake. He locks up. He goes very deep into the hairpin section there. But there's not enough time. What a race this has been to the very end. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because we have one more race to go. The sprint race, 15 minutes, reverse grid. That's where the real action kicks off. As Dominic Charles, I'm afraid he can't do it. He's a little bit too far, but a man who can do it is Sean Lee, who's gonna take his maiden win in this championship. Round 3 goes to Sean Lee in the Audi. What a race from him. Cole Bradbury, a hard-fought battle. And he's going to take home P2. Dominic in his debut, P3 for him. Luca Andretta coming around the final couple of corners here. And a commanding comeback is going to take home P4. He wasn't able to gain for the drivers ahead, but he's going to look into race 2.
Wasn't sure you deserved
that one.
Jesus Christ, we could
to pull it off. Marlon Young can't catch up to Taberner. Taberner's going to stay in P5.
Yeah, also
Marlon in P6.
Hey, that was like
what
great
a race for this man, Sean Lee, who's going to win this one.
Where you were slower than me to make the most of. It was amazing.
Man, that was tough. I was spinning tires in 4th gear.
There's your race winner.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was a great one.
Dominic, what's your tire wear?
Where do you want us to start, Rebel?
Front straight.
Oh, not Dominic. Cool. What's the tire wear like on the stops?
Yeah, I'm on 60 front left right now.
Okay. And wait, you still have
what a race
tires?
that was.
Yes.
I'm running on the rims, on the mediums, in my front left.
Sean Lee and Cole taking the soft tires, and it has played off for them.
I'm on mediums and both of my front tires.
Let's park it somewhere on the front straight for you guys. Top 3.
Far inside. Dominic, you go to the far left or something.
And what a race that was. Amazing battle there until the very end. The top three definitely stole this race. That was an amazing one to watch till the very end. Let's take it over to our man in third place, Dominic Charles. First of all, what an amazing debut for you. We find yourself in P3, but that is something to definitely write home about. That was an amazing race from you. How's that one?
Yeah, that went pretty okay. I didn't think the tire wear would be so bad. So there's definitely a little disparity between me and the Audis, but I tried my best to hold them off, and well, by about the 20th lap or so, I literally had no tires left, so I just couldn't fight.
Indeed, yeah, you were struggling trying to defend from Cole at the latter stages of that one. Take us through your emotions going through that last couple of battles, because essentially you guys were trading positions to the very final lap. How was that?
I mean, honestly, I was just chilling because I kind of knew there was nothing I could do there. At some point, he would have asked me. I just wanted to see how long I could hold him off.
It was really a matter of you just trying to hold on to those tires for dear life. But you managed to find yourself in P3. That's an amazing one from you. Congratulations and good luck on the reverse grid.
Thanks.
In P2, though, it's Cole Bradbury. Cole, an amazing comeback, especially from last weekend. You find yourself in P2. How was that one?
Okay, I was struggling for air. That's usually a bad thing to say instantly, but yeah. The first lap, I made the simple mistake of running too wide, so I ended up dropping from first, which I had, down to P3, and in that situation, for most of the race, I was like, I can have the pace to keep with these guys. I just need to keep with them, wait for issues like tires and stuff to appear, and take advantage of them pretty much.
Indeed, man, and you managed to pull it off with 2 to go. You got the move done in the bag. That was an amazing battle from you and Dominic. Congratulations on that P2. And the man in P1. This is going to be great for the championship points. But Sean Lee, a commanding race win. How was that one, sir? Sean, do we have you?
He's barbecuing.
Sean? We can't hear you if you're talking right now. Everyone who's still in the server, you are free to leave. I'll let you guys know when to come back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
I have no idea what happened there.
No worries, no worries. How was that one?
Yeah, that was totally unexpected. I did not expect that at all anyway. You know, once we started, I was just going to settle in behind Dominic once I got the second spot. But I realized that I guess he was pushing. I thought he was just taking care of his tires, but he was pushing. So he made a couple mistakes, and I got in front of him. And then I made a couple mistakes, and he got back in front of me, and that was going on for, maybe a lap or two. But at one time, I thought he was just saving tires, to be honest, because we all know Dominic is just on a different level. So, but once I got in front and I see them battling in the back, I was just like, you know what? Let me just put my head down. I made a couple mistakes focusing, but playing around with stuff on my rig here, and I almost threw it away a couple of times. But listen, I'm glad to have it. This is actually my first race in my first win in sim racing, so I'm thankful to have it.
Really?
Yeah, congratulations, bro.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was amazing. And good luck in that reverse grid. Let's see if you can try to pull another reverse grid podium like last week. Let's see what you can do in this next one. Congratulations on that race win.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. This is gonna be for me to set up the stream, so I'm gonna be quickly mute. For everyone who's watching the stream, don't go anywhere. The sprint race is coming up, reverse grid coming up as well, and I'll see you in a couple minutes time. And what a race that was. Round 3 going to Sean Lee. And now we head into our quick intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, as race number 2 is coming up in just 8 minutes' time.
The Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club has seen its closest racing in its past championships, mainly touring car racing. What's so special about modified road cars going triple the local speed limit? I don't know. But what it has produced is something you have to see to believe. The story of Wilson versus Morante will be told for generations to come, along with a new story. Set in the UK, 3 of the most famous racetracks will hold the privilege of hosting sim racing's closest championship ever. The 90s Touring Car Championship in 2022 may have been CMRSC's closest set of races, and we thought nothing could beat it. Until now. Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club presents the BTCC Legends Championship.
Into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an
very
Servers up,
early.
servers up, servers up.
Way, you did it.
So we gotta exit and come back in, or just?
If you didn't exit out before, you have to exit.
Oh, my mouse decided to fall
And
off my
ladies
desk.
and gentlemen,
Lovely.
apologies for that delay.
Where's the cat?
But we are
You got
now
the
good
cat,
to go. We don't have
Martin.
3 minutes to wait
Somebody
anymore.
else in here has a cat.
Yeah.
I got.
You got the pussy.
Hey, PG.
Hey, yo.
PG.
All right, guys, you have 10 minutes to test out the new layout. Good luck.
What you little?
It's the national layout now.
Oh,
It's easier, I promise.
Way easier.
You confused me the first time.
Yep, what's up?
I cannot get. It's gonna take 20 more. Why? What should I do?
Oh,
You couldn't get in what?
No, it said I cannot. I can't.
I'm being held hostage in the pits.
it did that for me for a second.
Like, Tavar, you
there we
can't
go.
get into the server, or are you stuck in the pits?
No, I can't get it.
I don't know what the hell this track is.
And then all of a sudden.
Oh my god, I can feel the performance issue. Oh my god, the speed difference.
Yeah, I cannot see the cars also. So I'm
You
not
can't
sure
see the
why.
cars, so you can't see the whole server in general.
No, I'm seeing the server, but I cannot join because it's on the car side. It's showing that the cars are missing when I have the cars. So I don't know.
Oh,
if I should
close
just
out
do
and
it.
open Content Manager.
Yeah, I just did.
Still giving you.
Oh, this is gonna be a.
Are you able
field day for the
to
Audis.
reinstall your car mods? That might be the best option.
That's what I'm gonna do now.
Okay.
Well, I have more balance now or the same like before?
Oh,
first
no,
race?
you got way more.
Okay.
Yeah, Tavar, there might be a small chance that you needed to race in the first race to get into the second race, but I'll see what I can do on my side to get you in as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, so with the new layout underway, so remember, guys, the grid is all set, so you guys are just warming up. The grid is set, and it's fully reversed from the race just now.
So I'm starting a pole.
Yes, you are.
Very funny. No, I'm not.
Uh-oh, it's a repeat of the race, just inverse.
And so there we got 7 minutes left to go now.
Yeah, the Audis are gonna have fun on this track.
Do you forget
With this huge straight line.
And yes, to answer your question, that was Crab Rave. We do love Crab Rave here. And yeah, welcome Hayden. We see Daniel and we see Steven in the chat. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome.
I'm gonna also restart my PC in the meantime.
All right, you got 7 minutes. So with the drivers out on track, let's go catch a random one. Let's go with Martin. Martin across the start finish line going into turn 1 here. Exact same. These lap times are going to be under 1 minute, just like Brands Hatch. And here is where it gets different. So you're actually going to be braking a lot sooner because this is where we cut in
My bad, sorry.
to the main track. Oh! Reversing a little bit too much.
During the race yesterday, earlier.
And Webster now on to the hangar straight that's familiar with the current layout of Silverstone. And then this the rest of the part of Silverstone is actually completely accurate to today. And we go into the last set of corners here, around to the final corner to complete our lap. So Dominic Charles with the fastest time here, 59.1. Sean Lee is really gonna have some trouble around here. Let's go look at these weights that have been applied. So Dominic Charles gets himself 32 kilograms of weight and 8 restrictor. Danny Nasteer still at 0, so he gets to score a point.
Yeah, it's the same thing for me, Rose. That's the start.
Again, I'll see what I can do from here, but I think you might have had to at least be in the server for the first race, but I'll check it out.
I'm annoyed. My brain is thinking in the international layout.
Yeah, I've still overshot this corner like 2 times already.
Let's go back to the weights here. So, looking for Sean Lee. This is him. 84 kilograms away and 21% of restrictor. This car is going to be a real difficult one to drive. But you see right now, 59.3.
I was in the server before, but I got reduced it.
There we see in the chat, you should have wanted to join here. Well, this is what Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club is all about. Every Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come with us and join racing with us as well. Link to our Discord is the top of our chat, so go ahead and join us, because this is the type of racing you're missing. And these amazing tracks from all around the world. Of course, this is our BTCC championship. Next week out, we go to Oulton Park for our finale, and that's going to be a crazy one.
Sorry, Marley. It's okay, man. It's my fun.
Go up above in the drone cameras up here. Let's catch a driver. Who do we have? Daniel Taberner. Let's watch him from the skies above.
A taste of things to come in the race, cool.
If there's a gapped car, if that makes any sense, if gapped car.
Hopping back over to this side, Dominic Charles fastest right now with a 58.9. Sean Lee suffering 59.3. 59.0 for Moranti. And Webster with a 59.2. So the time's very close out here. Sean Lee really just trying to hustle that car. Trying to find the effects. And Cole also struggling back here. They're all going to be starting from the back of the grid. And unlike Brands Hatch, there's a lot more space to play around with here at Silverstone National.
Right, I do like this one better.
And there you see them going all across the line.
Very cool. You disappeared, bud.
Lance Nasir just behind him. Just want to check out Lance Nasir on board. Oh, actually, no, he slides it. Let's take a look at Kale. Let's see how quick the Audis are now. Still against the Volvo. Luca Andretta up into P4. This is going to be huge. He needs to get some points. Coming towards the end of this, Dominic Charles completely just going faster and faster. He's got weight, but there's a lot more weight in this car. Now for the last race, let's see how close racing is going to be out here. Of course, he's going to be starting second to last, so about maybe P14. Hey, you see Kale drifting. That Audi, that Volvo. The Audi's the one that's ahead of him, and Cole making a little bit too much mistakes there. Let's swap gears now to Morante now, who's in P2. Would definitely love to get some good results out here. On course for a podium. If you can put in some pace like this, who knows where you could be. At the start of this race, looks like we see Gregory into the pits there. 30 seconds left to go for these guys to warm up. Not much time left. Trying to look for any driver out, possibly improving. Of course, just warm up, but this is a good insight to see who's going to be quick around here. Dominic doing a lot of practice in his homework, as well as Marlon Young and maybe Moranti, because they're the top three. Checkered flag is out, and that is going to complete our warm-up session. Cole goes up into P2 with a 58.8. So looks like the guys are just getting the times down just about. But the reverse grid, ladies and gentlemen, oh, you guys are in for a treat. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button, liking the stream, supporting Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We are on course with 350 subscribers. Oh my God, Moranti almost hitting the wall there. But the checkered flag is out. We now wait for the start of this one here.
Dylan's found some speed this time down.
But yeah, the car just, it feels entirely different. It actually like wants to drive now.
That seems to be the weird thing with the balance. At certain levels, it feels better.
I haven't changed. I'm literally the same. How many laps is this going to be? 15 minutes? So, like 13 laps, 12 laps?
Probably. I just feel for 15.
Okay, I trust you.
Horrible idea, but okay.
If I lose fuel, I'm going to blame you.
So are you able to get in?
Nothing as yet. No, it's not. No, it's...
on our side of the server, it says you're good to go. We got your GUID and profile and everything, so...
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying.
If I check the
that still might be that chance if you can't get into the service, probably because of the reverse grid. And you need to race in the first race, so the server can say, hey, you should be in the back or at the front.
Yeah, but
maybe as soon as the race starts, you can start fiddling.
Yeah, if you can get in, then yeah, you can. Once we're getting in the grid.
I'm in the server, in the pit lane. Where is everybody?
Behind you.
You're on pole, remember?
You're also at the top of the pits. So the drivers all in pit lane, ready to join us on the grid. Let's check them out. Take a look at this grid. So, all right, here it is. Lance Sears starts us off on pole position, followed by Curtis Gregory and Brandon Smith. Seth Lee P4, Stephen Pummels P5, Danny Nasir P6, Dylan Morente P7, Martin Webster P8, Kelvin Roper P9, Marlon Young 10th, Daniel Taverner 11th, Luca Andretta 12th, and your top three from the last race flipped around. Dominic in 13th,
This is the better race.
Cole in 14th,
Bunch of animals behind me here.
Sean in 15th.
Man, I'm gonna get run over.
You got this, Lance. I believe.
Oh, I know.
Lance, this is your race win right here.
It's finally gonna come, Lance.
I fully plan on running you over.
Talker.
This is your one and only opportunity. Go for it.
He'll have more opportunities.
Opportunity, bro. They will run over me, believe me. Stop it. This guy, hey, I drive like I drive on the 401. They drive like they drive on an arcade game, right? They'll run through people.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
From the M5 at like 11
It is
PM
time
don't worry.
for this reverse grid to get underway. We are 40 seconds away from lights out. Here it is time. All right, let's keep all comms clear now. Good luck, everyone. Let's have a cleaner race than last week out. I know it's a lot more space to play around with, so I think we should be fine. But remember, don't just rush up to the front this early on. We got 15 minutes. It's still a long way. Good luck.
Was the chaos last week?
Yeah.
Take your time, guys. You got lots of time.
Lots of time. No reason to go 3 wide, 4 wide. Unless your name is Brandon, and you probably do that already.
You got a 5-second lead.
All right, good luck, guys. Here we go. Lights up on the screen now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing! Here we go. Not the best of starts from Gregory. They're already 4 wide at the start. Oh, already contact to the wall. Lots of cars already off the track. 3 wide at the start here. Trying to get this away from our screen. Almost 3 wide. Now it's 2 by 2. Moretti and Brendan. Here comes Tavener through the middle contact. All 3 cars off the track. Oh my goodness, it's carnage. Who can make it out alive for the big one? Martin, Luca, Dominic, all of them. Kale makes it out. Pummel. And look how crazy it is.
Flag this race, man. Come on.
We had carnage at the start of the last one. We keep it green. And there you see already 4 wide. How crazy has this start already been? The driver's zone to get 1 shot, 3 wide in the back. Tavener already making it 3 wide from the start and making contact with the leaders. That is not going to be sitting happy with the stewards, I'll tell you that much. But what a start to this one. Morante, we learn now, had actually jumped the start. But it's Calvin and Roper who leads this one, followed by Pommel, Seth Lee, Cole, Tavener, and looks like he's actually making a position down here as Luca, sorry, not Luca, Seth Lee and Bradbury down here. Man, I keep getting names mixed up here. Here comes Tavener now. Through this section here, a lot of grass for Seth Lee. Here comes Dominic Charles now. Trying to get 2 in a row. Seth Lee really defending now, squeezing. Dominic Charles. And look at this, 3 wide in the back here. And Seth is going to lose 3 positions almost. He's going to lose 2 out of that one. What a start to this one, and check out the battle for P4. Contestant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. Seth Lee just losing out. In the back there, Tavener and Dominic. These are new rivalries, new face-offs that we haven't seen yet. In the background there, we see 3 wide. Danny Nasir gonna have to lock up and back out of that one. Sean Lee drifting, the RDA teammate. Oh, Dominic gets spotted. As well as Tavener, but Tavener actually didn't spin. He's actually facing the wrong way. He gets it going now. And a shame there. Where is Sean Lee? There's Sean at 7. Looks like Tavener is getting a little too aggressive there. Down at the back here, but the top 3 have kind of spread themselves out and got away. And already amazing racing going on here. Webster putting the pressure on Tavener, and Tavener getting a little lick of his own medicine there as he now finds himself in the gravel from the start. And how crazy that one was. Fastest lap being traded by 3 drivers there. Lance Nasir looks like bringing out yellow flag just momentarily. Danny Nasir currently sitting in P5. Luca Andretta P4 once again. And has a gap to him to try to fight back. Danny Nasir! Running out of road, going wide, must have clipped the grass. And he's going to lose out 1, 2, 3 positions. Here comes Sean Lee. Seth Lee's going to defend it now really hard. And try to back up this order. And here comes Webster, your championship contenders up here. Sean Lee suffering with that weight. And Lou, we see a lead change. I think Kale has made a mistake down here. Yes, he has. Calvin and Roper has made a mistake from the lead. Everywhere you look, it's chaos. Cole Bradbury has now found himself a bit of freedom from the championship leaders. And we can't look anywhere else now. There we see Daniel Tavener on the rear of Danny Nasir. What racing this is! We go back up to the front here. Bradbury now looking for the race lead out here, side by side. Steven Pommel's in his debut, and his championship contact is made. And Finn and Roper's gonna go through. Oh my goodness! Both of them leaving no inch on the track for any of them. Keeping it fair. We go back to this battle here. 3 Alfa Romeos, 1 Audi in the back here. And check this out. And look at the background over there. There we see another Audi defending. Danny Nasir trying to get from Tavener. Sean Lee up into P5 here. Trying to watch this battle back here as well. Tavener, Danny side by side. And And check that out, Webster! Sean side by side licks the Sam! Martin Webster goes into P5, an amazing move done! Passing Sean Lee on the inside there! Left a bit of space. Here comes Lee though. But that slipstream, that top end of that Audi is not as quick anymore as it was in the last round.
I hear somebody's wheels kind of like rattling. I'm not sure whose mic that is.
Not too sure. Just take a look at it. And Sean Lee now falling victim to the second X-Play driver. It's an X-Play sandwich, we like to call it. Ooh, Seth Lee losing out big time. Finds himself spinning in the grass. And now down to P12. But for P2, Cole Bradbury makes a mistake. And actually is going to lose out another position as Andretta now makes a position down here. Tabiter off the track. Danny sailing through as Dominic is now just weaving, trying to get himself back on.
Pretty badly.
Who was that?
Daniel.
Copy, thank you. Yeah, Daniel, see if you can try to fix it on your end if you got anything open. We go back up to the battle up here. Cole Bradbury, as we said, lost out on P2 and is now at P4. Andretta now in P3. And what a fight this is. Championship contenders clashing with each other. Go to the back here. Martin Webster, Marlon Young, Sean Lee, X-Play sandwich still enabled. And we know there's a battle going on for P3, but there's also an overtake back here. This is our championship rivals as they go door to door. Martin Webster really close now. Can Marlon Young follow through? Tabiter still on the side of the road trying to fix that issue there. It's a shame now he's a lap down. Marlon Young really got to put the pressure now on him. But as we go back up to this battle up here, there we see Luca Andretta finally conceding that position to Cole almost. There we see Sean Lee now on board with him, going through turn one now. Oh man, I hate how that camera just kind of messes up there for a quick second. We catch him up here. Andretta really trying to close the gap now. And Marlon Young sniffing the bumper of Sean Lee. But there you see up ahead, now we can see the gaps are kind of spreading out a little bit more in the front there. We go back here. Where is Marlon Young? There he is. 7 minutes to go. And Sean Lee is desperate to get past his fellow rival, Martin Webster, without losing out to Marlon Young. This X-Play sandwich is very effective, ladies and gentlemen. If you get caught in it, it's very hard to get out of it. Marlon Young really needs to get past Sean Lee so he can work together with Webster. Check it out, this battle here. Where are they? Dominic Charles, fastest lap of this race. There you see Lance this here already getting a lap. Already getting lapped by these guys. Where is Dominic? Dominic is sitting P8 right now. Bradbury hustling now of Stephen Pommels. And Pommels now staying to the outside. This is only second race here. He joined us quite a bit late in this championship. Bit of a lockup for Bradbury now. Bradbury's gonna have to shift the gear down to try to get that car stable. Stephen Pommels able to fight for another day, but for how long? They now get to the front straight, where I will say that the Audi is a little bit quicker now, especially in the hands of Cole Bradbury with less than that weight. And actually, we go up to the front here. Actually, we'll take a look at it for a second. But for P2 now, Cole Bradbury gets that position done. I go back here, though, and Martin Webster has found himself behind both Sean and Marlon. Insane here. Sean Lee being slightly held up from Lance this year. Does it now give a chance to Marlon Young to fight now? Everywhere we look, so many battles going on, hard on the brakes. And look how close it is between Young and Lee. Martin Webster probably communicating. Do we hear multi-21 from the X-Play crew? Not too sure, not hearing it yet. Pommels behind Bradbury here. Amazing action. Everywhere you look, once again, man, it's insane how crazy his reverse grids are. We had carnage at the start. The guys wanted the reverse grid, but like we said, you ain't getting no assists. You better pray that your race goes safe, smooth, and swift. Marlon Young now still charging down of Sean Lee. This is our closest battle we have on track now between these two drivers out here. Marlon Young using a lot of exit there, but too much AstroTurf, and that will slow your car down a lot. Pommels is finding himself 8/10 behind Bradbury. This is going to be amazing for Bradbury's points coming back up. Marlon makes a crucial mistake. Martin Webster's going to slot back in, and now he's going to take P6. Remember, both X-Play drivers are teammates in the Alfa Romeo. It's up to them to get past Sean Lee, especially Martin Webster. Martin needs to get past Sean Lee in time.
Blocked up, Lance. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And we hear, looks like Lance and Morante having a little bit of issues on track, getting it sorted. Webster 59.0, but a 58.3 for Dominic Charles, a fastest lap for him. Fastest lap does get you points, so it is going to help his campaign in this championship here. Looking back here, the X-Play driver still sitting close, but a little part of me feels like they're not going to battle each other. Oh my god, I say that, and Marlon almost runs over his teammate. The X-Play game shot probably going wild right now to see their two boys getting the most camera time. But check it out in the background. It's Dominic Charles. Dominic Charles hunting down in P8 has finally closed the gap up to these guys, and the battle for P5 is about to get a little more spicy. Webster now really needs to make this move. Oh, I say that! Martin Webster, loose on corner exit, loses out 2 positions. Dominic Charles and Marlon Young going to say thank you very much, and that is not going to be good for his championship picture here. Dominic Charles now on the rear end of Martin Webster. Oh, sorry, Marlon Young, my apologies. Man, really getting mixed up here. How chaotic this is, and we're already 2 minutes left to go in this race. It's insane. It's like Brandon Smith is pulling into the pits, probably calling it quits now. Side by side, Dominic Charles, Marlon Young. Dominic inches ahead. Marlon's gonna fight though. He's not gonna give up this fight here. Back down to this battle here. Did they make contact with each other? I heard someone's wheel sliding. Was it Webster? Finds himself a little more further back. I'm not too sure. On board now with Dominic Charles. They got 1 minute and 40 left to go. Calvin and Roper has dominated this one. He gotten away the crucial stages of this one. Oh! But before we can get to that, Dominic! Has he got collected by Marlon? I don't know. I might have. Dominic Charles getting collected, maybe. I don't know. But now out of contention for the P5 spot. And now Marlon's off the track. Sean Lee is definitely going to be home free after this one. Where's Webster? There he is. Drivers making mistakes. In the closing stages, 1 minute to go. And I don't know if Webster and Marlon are free to fight. But if they are, we are in for a bit of a treat coming into the end of this. It is our closest battle after all that we're seeing on track. But a shame for Dominic Charles as he loses out. I did see Marlon lose the back end, and he probably got collected. And Marlon, well, after getting hit by the Volvo, kind of just straightened that Alpha out. 28 seconds left to go. And what a sprint race this has been. What an amazing race. Not as chaotic, but I wouldn't say as chaotic as Brands Hatch, but at the same time, we have the big one, and Marlon Young goes for a little bit of a rally stage off the track, and he's going to lose out to Webster.
That works, thank you.
And Martin Webster now in P6. He's going to hold off. Where is Vaden Roper? Vaden Roper, he's going to come across the line in time. Yes, he is, because Kale is going to win this one. He's going to win. Round 4 goes to him. Cole couldn't close the gap in time, and Pommels is gonna take home P3, holding off Luca Andretta. Sean Lee P5, Webster P6. The championship is still close enough for grabs.
If Stefan didn't cause
Marlon
that
P7,
incident,
Dominic P8,
right on you, probably.
Danny is gonna finish P9, and Morante is gonna come home in P10. But it's this man, Cale Vaden Roper, in the Volvo. He's gonna take that race win.
Yeah, the straight line performance is all this Audi's got, so.
I ran out of gas coming to the line.
Somebody push him.
Sorry about that, mate. I lost
P3, where's P3?
Yeah, let's get the top 3 on the front straight lined up. Top 3 front straight.
Do you want to do what we did last race? I'll go mid then, you two. And then, yeah, Kel, you go far inside.
What a race that was.
You go far inside. Whoever's P3 lines up.
What the heck just happened?
What a race, man.
Curtis, I'm out of gas. Curtis, no. Oh, hold on, wait, I got you.
I don't know where all the other guys are. Let's go find them on track. Oh, I think that might be. He's reversing.
I don't know what he's doing. I can't run a corner.
There's your 3rd place, man. Well, Steven, while you reverse, I'll give you your interview now. Steven, you just joined us into this championship. And man, it feels great to finish in P3. That was a crazy one. How was that?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start. I mean, especially coming to the last race, I was way off the pace, and I didn't have any like aspirations of finishing nowhere near the podium. That first lap though, I think I don't think there's anything that you could say that fits the description of, you know, part in the Red Sea. Everybody like went their own way, and before I knew it, I was like right behind Kyle. And yeah, I thought it would have been more or less a simple race, because I don't think that the guys behind me was really testing me that far. Next thing you know, it's Cole was on my behind, let's say, and I tried to keep it clean, but yeah, there was no keeping him behind. That incident was the only thing that really kind of messed up my race. I thought he would have blew past, because you know the audio was so fast on the straight, so I was thinking that by the time we got onto the break, he would have been past me. So I just kind of came back in, but you know, my confidence wasn't there. But after that, it was just really bringing it home, except for the few moments, heart-in moments, just before the finish of the race. But yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. Yeah, that was a crazy race, and we hope we can see you in the next one. That was an amazing result, man. Congratulations. Definitely well-deserved P3.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And up in P2, we saw this man a bit earlier on the podium. And especially in P2, a little bit of a pattern. If you finish P2 in the first race, you might find yourself P2 in the second race. Cole Bradbury. Oh, wow, that was an interesting one.
Yeah, I managed to somehow make the most of parting of the Red Seas, because that was something to witness.
Take us through that one, man.
Well, the start, I knew that Audi was good off the line, so I figured out in my mindset I literally just need to find exactly where to go in that situation. So I hugged the inside at the start, seeing everyone bunched up on the outside, held it tight, and then, well, turn 3 happened. I managed to get away with that in probably the safest manner that most of the fast guys did. And then just focus and push forwards. There was a bit of an incident between me and Stefan. I'm not sure what happened there. I felt a bit squeezed, but we can have a look at it. But from there, I just sat there, pushed forwards. If the race was a little longer and I didn't have the collision with Stefan, I probably could have catched Kale. But in the same way, it's literally a reminder back to literally my first ever race here at Le Mans. Me and Kale P1, me P2. So it comes full circle really half the time.
It really does, and there you go. You find yourself in P2 after that, and this time it's for big championship points. It's definitely going to put you back in contention after that shaky start at Brands Hatch. Congratulations, though. Amazing work there. And in P1, Cale Roper. Cale, man, what a race that was, and the moment you took P1, that had to feel like a breath of fresh air. How was that?
Well, it wasn't really a breath of fresh air. It was more of, oh no, how long until they come past me? Because I had no experience with this layout. So that 10 minutes of practice right before the start of the race is really all I had. And I was already aware of the speed of the Audi on the straights, but I saw that the gap between the fastest lap set in that little practice time and between me and that guy, it was much less than the first race. So I was, I immediately knew that I just had to remain consistent. And at the start of the race, I'll say it again, everyone said it, it was like a parting of the Red Sea. I managed to find my way through from, I think it was P8. And I just went through and I just was in P1 and I was just saying, okay, let's just see where we go from here. And unfortunately made that mistake going into the last sector. But as soon as I saw Cole and Steven fighting in front of me, I knew that they were I saw it coming. I knew they were gonna crash. So I just kind of set myself up for that coming together and I capitalized on it. I managed to keep the lead for the rest of the race.
Awesome, man. And you managed to put it at the top step of the podium. What a wonderful result from you. Congratulations, Cale. Well deserved. And that is going to conclude our doubleheader at Silverstone. 2 more rounds to go. 1 track left in this championship. We go to Oulton Park next week. And it's really going to be all to play for once you see how close this championship is. As for you guys in the Discord, you are free to go now. I'm gonna have to take my leave as well, so I can't hang out with you guys. But I will say now, the server won't be up immediately. We are going to take a look at the second race and potentially give out penalties after the big one happened at lap 1. Other than that, guys, everyone else in the Discord, you are free to leave now. Have a great rest of your evening or night, wherever you are. As for everyone in the stream, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another crazy round of the BTCC Legends Championship. We will see you next week for Oulton Park. I'm going to go sign off the stream now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you in 7 days' time for the finale.
When is server going to be up for?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know in the live chat.
Okay.
And what an event from that. Let's step away from Discord now and let the drivers discuss. But, oh, wow. Okay. Got a lot of things to unpack there after that race. Obviously, our first race there. After that first round, that was crazy. That was crazy. That first race, top 3 battling for the race lead. Dominic, Sean, Cole. It was Sean that came out on top. Dominic couldn't hold off Cole for much longer and had to settle for P3. Cole, P2, and what a race that was. And then it came to the reverse grid. It was that corner right there. Taberner, Moranti, and Smith. Brandon, Daniel, and Dylan. 3 wide, that corner right there. And that is what it cost chaos. The big one out of that hairpin. Who came through alive? It was Cale Roper, who just got around, and he was praying that he had enough pace to keep ahead of the guys behind him. And he just about managed to pull it off and take home a race win for him. But interesting enough, I did mention it earlier, the person who finishes P2 in the first race, finds himself finishing P2 in the second race. Sean did it in the first 2 rounds. Cole did it in the first, and now these 2 rounds. Let's see if this tradition continues to the final rounds. But that's going to do it here for Silverstone and rounds 3 and 4 of the BTCC Legends Championship. If you want to get involved in the action here, we got 1 round to go. And then after that, we head back to IMSA. It's going to be round 5 at Laguna Seca. Actually, before we do that, directly the week after here, we're going to have our one-off special Indy 500 virtual 100 laps Indy 500. A week after this championship concludes, who is going to be the 3rd driver to qualify for Race of Champions? Luca Andretta and Martin Toth are our first 2. But that's going to do it for us here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another round of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We will see you next week at Oulton Park for the BTCC Legends finale. Take care.